Hey guys, what's going on? Ryan here again, bringing you a Call of Duty video, I think it is. I'm not really sure. I think this is actually my last Call of Duty video that I have on my computer. Or actually any video that I have on my computer, so I don't have any more gameplays. This is my last one. Reason being is work has been taking up quite a bit of my time, as in schoolwork. I've been having a lot of tests recently, so I've been revising and stuff, and just a lot of work starting to pile up, and all that kind of good stuff. Just keep up with your work if you ever do any school. Just try and keep up. It works out better for you, and then you don't have to start rushing stuff like I am. But anyways, I was wondering, I haven't really been playing that many games either. On top of that, I've only really been playing Skyrim, and the question is, would you guys like to see some Skyrim gameplay commentary? I won't do any like live commentaries because I don't really like them, but you know, you may want some Skyrim, so yeah, just tell me in the comments if you want some of that. And anyways, let's just get on to the main topic of the video, by which you can probably tell from the whatchamacallit, the title is basically my kind of start in gaming and how that led to this YouTube thing. I just thought that would be a kind of cool commentary to do, because I am lazy and I can't think of original commentaries. Anyways, so, as most of the people in, like, kind of my generation of school children stuff, started off with Pokemon, I think I had a Game Boy Color. Yeah, I played that for ages. To be honest, all I thought, that was the only kind of video games that I thought existed. I didn't think anything like PlayStations or anything like that ever existed, until, I actually went to my friend's house a couple of months, well, actually a couple years after that, and he basically had a Nintendo 64 in his basement, and he had a projector and a massive screen, and we were playing like a Super Smash Bros. 64 on that massive screen, and I was just like, wow, what is this sorcery, this magic stuff? And this was when I was really young. I mean, I started video game playing when I was quite young, from quite a young age, so you know, I've kind of been introduced to that kind of stuff. What else is there? Oh yeah, so then the next thing that probably, the next most important point in my life, which has actually kind of defined the way I play the video games I like and stuff, is my friend had a party at a place, which I think is actually closed down now, but basically you could hire their computers and they'd set up a LAN party. So we played Halo 1 and Battlefield 1942 on there, and I am a major Battlefield fan, and I'm a really big Halo fan, so that kind of tells you. I mean, those were the first two proper multiplayer games I ever played. I ended up actually going out and buying, actually I got Halo 1 for free because my mum was doing work with Microsoft at the time, so they just gave her a free copy. And actually, funny story is, I was about 6 then, or however old I was, and I got to the part where you first meet the Flood, and I remember being so scared out of my mind that I put the game down for like about a year. I didn't play it because I thought it was so scary. But yeah, I also bought Battlefield 1942, and I have basically all of those games. I have every single Battlefield game ever made. So yeah, that kind of tells you. And then the next thing that happened was I got my first PS2. And I think the reason I got that is because I did well in school. I got some award in school, and my parents decided to reward me with a PlayStation 2. So that was the first ever console I owned. And I think the first game I got on there was Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. Two real kind of iconic games for the PlayStation back then. I mean, I still love Jak and Daxter, and I'm really annoyed actually that only PlayStation. It really makes me want to have a PlayStation 3, the fact that they're getting the Jak and Daxter HD collection on PS3 in February 7th, I think it is. I'm not really sure, but yeah, there were a lot of games that I played on there which I just remember. I mean, Time Splitters 2, other stuff. My favorite one, I think, what me and my friends agree, is kind of like the golden eye for us as our kind of generation, I'd say, is definitely Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Battlefront 2. That game is just fantastic. I mean, I would go back and play that game anytime. I mean, yeah, I've actually played it recently. Me and a couple of friends went round to their house and we played some Battlefront because it was there. Great times. But, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of games on that PlayStation which I played. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, I think I remembered. Simpsons Hit and Run, loads of cool games. And then after that, I had that for a long time. Next thing I got was a Nintendo Wii, and this was when it first came out. That was pretty fun for the first week. I remember getting it, and I was just like, yeah, I can play tennis indoors, hooray! And then a week later, I'm just like, okay, I should have got an Xbox. But I'd say maybe a year after that, I got my first Xbox 360, and it was an Elite. It came with Gears of War 1, and Forza Motorsport 2, and Viva Pinata. Those are the 3 games it came with. And, what else? Yeah, I didn't really play them. The first game I properly played was Halo 3. And this is obviously where, you know, me playing Halo 1 comes in. But literally, I spent a year and a half just solely playing Halo 3, nothing else. You know, and then maybe a little while after that, I think Call of Duty came out, and I decided to give that a go. I hadn't played any Call of Duty game ever before, and me being the idiot that I am, I went on to the multiplayer straight away. Didn't do the campaign, because, you know, I play Halo, I'm pretty good at that. I'll just skip to the multiplayer. And I got completely wrecked, because as you know, Call of Duty is nothing like Halo. So, I ended up thinking that Call of Duty, my initial thought was after one game, I think it was on like I can't remember what map it was called, but you know, the one with the statue in the middle, and it's a really small map. I remember thinking, wow, this game is terrible, I suck at it, I'm not playing this game. And it was only when I went on holiday for about 2 months with my family, and we went and stayed at one of our friend's house. He had an Xbox 360 without an internet connection, and he had Call of Duty 4, so I ended up playing through the campaign on that. Loved it basically, and played COD 4 again, and now we're here basically. I mean, I should actually say how this all kind of links into like me doing YouTube. So, about the time when I got Halo 3, I'm sure many of you who have ever played Halo 3 remember that people used to get a couple kills and then hide in certain areas of the map, which Bungie wasn't really allowed, you were not meant to be able to go. So, I actually went on YouTube and I typed in hiding spots Halo 3 because, you know, I was annoyed about these guys that were staying, you know, hiding the whole game. And I wanted to know where they were, and I wanted to know their hiding spots. When it came to that, I would kill them. That's how I ended up first looking into YouTube. Somehow that led into me, and this was before commentaries even existed. I don't even think there was gameplays. I think it was only like, at the time, Halo 3 montages on YouTube. But then, I remember a couple of, maybe a year after that, you know, actually, I should say, I actually got into Machinima through that first, and this was when it was just Machinima, you know, no HD quality, no, just 240p videos with the old Machinima logo, and it was proper Machinima, you know, like Machine Cinema, if you don't even, I'm surprised, actually, like, I wouldn't be surprised if many people don't know what Machinima actually was, and what it stands for, who like watch Respawn. No, I'd imagine they don't know. But if you don't know, Machinima, first of all, it's basically a mix of machine cinema, so video game cinematography, I guess you can say. So it's like making movies in games. So Halo 3 was the main one back then because it had theater mode. It was the only game that had theater mode. But yeah, so then I remember, when I started playing World at War, I wanted to learn how to snipe, and that led me into finding Hutch and his sniping tips on World at War. Anyone remember those? I remember them quite well. And you know, time's just gone on, and now we're here. So yeah, I thought that was a kind of interesting story to tell you guys. That's basically my life so far in terms of video games and YouTube shenanigans. If you've enjoyed this, please tell me in the comment section if you want stuff and more shenanigans or whatever. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been Ryan, and I will speak to you guys later.